100,000 followers. I can't believe it. Oh my God. This is so awesome. Hi, I wanted to do two things. First of all, I want to teach anyone who wants to start their own social... Okay, this gimbal is not working. I want to teach anyone who wants to start their own social media journey how to grow on TikTok. And if you stay to the very end, I'm going to be giving away a $100 Amazon gift card to one of you lucky guys to thank you guys because I'm so grateful for this. Oh God, here we go. But for now, let's get started on what I learned. The first thing I learned is to only make videos that you love, videos that you're proud of making. One effective solution is to fill gaps and search trending topics and do all that stuff, but it's a good way also to burn out very quickly. Just because you spend a lot of time on something doesn't mean you're gonna get any results. So, for example, videos that I've spent hours editing end up getting way less views than something I slapped together in 15 to 20 seconds. I've gotten millions of views on a video that I didn't even think about. I literally just pulled out my phone, hit record, and then in 5 minutes sent the whole thing off, and I got over 1 million views. But then I put like actual effort into another video where I put it on my computer, I exported it, I edited, I added text, I did everything you can possibly imagine, and it got like 2,000 or 3,000 views. So don't worry about the external validation. I can't stress this enough. Make videos because you love making videos. That goes into my next point, which is that you can change your niche very easily on TikTok. You can just start making videos that are not related to each other as long as they are generally fitting in the same theme. I started by making interview videos. The first video that I had were interview videos that they went viral, and I got over 1 million views on like 2 or 3 videos. Like the question asked at the end of your interview was one of them. At the end of your interview, make sure to ask the following question. If I were hired here and we fast forwarded to our first annual review, what kinds of things would you be assessing me on? This will force your interviewer to visualize you already being there, which will dramatically increase your chances of being hired. And the other one was do this when someone asks you to tell you about yourself. And because of that, somehow I got shaped as a professional career strategist because people were asking me all kinds of questions on careers. And I'm 23 years old. I've only had one real job out of college, and I've only been in a finite amount of interviews. And now I'm getting all these comments from people trying to get jobs, recruiters, especially in this market right now. It's a very interesting time, and I don't have all the answers. And I was actually very unhappy with my niche. I kept on making more videos on interviews and job advice, because that's what did well. That's why I amassed 10,000 followers in a week the first time, because everyone wanted more job tips. And I realized every time I posted another video like that wasn't about job tips, if it was just me being me, it wouldn't get nearly as many views. So I slowly started to get burnt out. And I had little moments where I wouldn't post for like a couple days or even up to a week. And then I just started to realize, like, what's the point? So like, I posted whatever I wanted. I believe after a while, I just started posting whatever came to mind. Oh, I posted a tip I read from a book called, from Chris Voss's Never Split the Difference. I posted a video on mirroring. If you want to get more information from someone, use this trick. It's called mirroring, where you repeat back the last 3 words someone says. Check out this example.
I need to go to the hospital.
Hospital?
My uncle's a doctor. He asked me to.
And that got over 1 million views. And it made me realize, you know, maybe I don't need to stick with interview tips. So then I switched to communication tips. And then I started posting videos about like questions you should ask to gain rapport. This is the secret to sound like an expert, even if you don't know anything on the subject matter. Master these 2 concepts, tonality and enthusiasm. When I talk like this, do you believe what I'm saying? Obviously not. The way you say things matters. Motives. I was talking about like social situations and specific ways to have conversation, how to answer specific questions, not necessarily in an interview, but just in regular conversation, how to sell, how to be enthusiastic, and NLP techniques. Then I realized, like, you know, maybe I could shift from there to something else. A really close friend sends me a story, a very good story about understanding your self-worth and your value. It really hit me at the core, so I didn't even memorize this speech. I just pulled up my laptop with the speech, I recited it to my computer, I overlaid a little bit of text so people could stay invested in the story, and then boom, 500,000-600,000 views overnight. And I'm just like, okay, so I don't have to stick to communication tips. I don't have to stick to interview tips. I can do wisdom now. So make sure that you're being flexible with yourself when you're creating videos. You're creating videos that you love, that also maybe other people will benefit from. For me, I'm serving an audience. If you're funny, then be funny. If you're educational, then do that. What I realized I love, because someone actually commented this, which was really powerful, was that I'm trying to increase other people's confidence and self-worth online, and I'm trying to boost people. And that's something I'll never give up, whether it's being better at an interview, better communication skills, or just a wise story that really impacts you. All these things together add up to the same thing. I'm trying to make people better versions of themselves. Another crazy thing that I learned is that you don't have to post every single day. I used to think in the world of social media that if you skip a day or two or a week, then that's basically the end of your career. People are going to think you're irrelevant, move on to the next shiny object, and you're gone. But I actually did this. I let myself go for a week. I wasn't feeling inspired. I was feeling kind of down and depressed, and I didn't post. I thought that it was it. But then I started posting a video, and then the next video I posted actually got several 100,000 views. So there's that one down the shell. That one's myth busted, as they say. So don't worry if you don't have a day where you can post, then don't post. Only post when you're feeling inspired. That's totally okay. Remember, we're running a marathon and not a sprint. Here's a really important one. Reply to as many comments as possible. It's really important that you're doing what social media is meant for, and that's to build relationships with people, with human relationships, and treat everyone the same. Now, I said as possible and not in every comment on purpose, because as you grow, you're gonna see that it's just impossible to keep up with every single comment. Because one of my viral videos gets a comment every minute. I'm getting 10, 15 comments, and I appreciate the engagement. If you wanted to reply to every comment as you grow, it's basically a full-time job, and it's not worth your time. But set something, for example, the first 30 minutes of each post, you reply to all comments, or what I do is I set a time block on my calendar from 30 minutes to an hour where I respond only to comments during that hour. It's time I set aside, because that's what's really gonna build your brand in the long run. Do it, do it, do it. And the last big tip I learned is that going live is so much fun, and it's so good for your brand, because it allows me to really just be myself and answer any questions that come up, and we all hang out, and you kind of discover like what works, what doesn't, and what your followers like to see. So I play like the artist game with my followers. It's so much fun. And this game is where I play a song on my Spotify on my computer, and then they have to guess the name of the artist, and the first person to get 5 wins a shout out in one of the later videos. And that seems to be working pretty well. And because of the time I usually go like 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I get a very small turnout. I get around 20 to 30 people per live, which keeps it super intimate, and it lets me answer every question. And while it would be nice to have a really heavy live with thousands of people, I like having very few people, because it allows me to really connect with the people who are there, which is a blessing. And I'm going to try having an earlier live so I can have more people, but a little tidbit around this is, depending on how many people you want to be in your live, if you want it to be as maximum as filled as possible, then go into your analytics and check out where most of your followers are located. It'll tell you who follows you, where like the demographic is it the US, is it India, is it China, wherever, and then go into their time zone, and that's you want to work around like a lunchtime, when everyone's available, but through their time zone. So that's a little tidbit if you want to increase your engagement. It also affects when you're supposed to post a video. All in all, it's been such an incredible experience, like getting on TikTok, because you're able to grow so quickly there. It's only been like 6 months. I know everyone has these like, let's get 100K followers in a week challenge, but I wanted to get real quality followers or friends, like I call them friends, people that I can grow with, and also like really impact and help as much as possible. Thank you guys for staying to the end of that, and because of that, I'm going to reward you guys with a giveaway. I decided, you know what, 100,000 is such a big milestone that I wanted to give back. And now I don't have much to give at this point, because I don't make any money from social media yet. But I wanted to give $100, because 100K, I thought it made sense. To one lucky follower. The way to enter this giveaway is super easy. All you do to enter is you comment on this video with your TikTok username, And then one piece of feedback for my YouTube videos, my TikTok videos, just the videos in general. What's something you like, or something you don't like, or something that could be worked on. I'm trying to make these as good as possible. That's my incentive here, and that's why I need your help. Thank you guys so much for everything. Just comment. Good luck. May the odds be ever in your favor. I hope you enjoyed this one, and of course, I'll see you in the next one.